Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. Today's episode we've actually got a double header for you. We've got Hoffenheim in the league, we're 6th place first, and then we have got Nuremberg, who are a Bundesliga side in the third round of the DFB Pokal. If you are enjoying the content, give it a like, do subscribe to the YouTube channel, and without further ado, we're actually starting that on the day of the Hoffenheim game. We actually get the World Cup draw for next year, so we're going to go straight into there. It looks all nice and well and good, and it's got Russia 2018 in the background, so the game really needs to work and all that. We're just going to advance to the end here and have a look where Brazil are out. So we get Canada and Albania. For a three-man group, a little bit air, but we should be beating both. Canada on their day could be decent, same with Albania, but it is what it is. That's actually really poor by SI to keep all that there, but it is what it is. With that being said though, let's recap some results here before we get into this Hoffenheim game. Since we last met with Bayern, we won 2-0. We then absolutely dominated Wolfsburg on stream. We're not live on stream, I'm about to go to work. But yeah, we dominated, apparently couldn't score a goal of our world-class side. Makes no sense. We beat Nantes, and then we went and played Leipzig and put in the worst performance of the season and lose our second game. Yet again, another 22 shots, another frustrating game. This year has been really frustrating in terms of we're creating a lot of chances and we're not scoring enough goals. So it is a little bit awful. We then beat Stuttgart 8-0, Cologne 2-1, 8-0 against Olympiacos, and 6-1 against Frankfurt. And this is the last game before we go on the Christmas break here in Germany. Look, for us, this is an important game. Every game is important at the moment. If you have a look, we're 1 point clear of Bayern. So after today's episode, we could be either in top halfway through the season, or we could be in second. But at least it wouldn't be a out of our hands situation. In terms of the team here, Linden, who has been developing, I have to say, quite nicely, is the reason we brought him in because he does look this good, is unfortunately suspended for this one here. So we are going to take him out and bring Ernest back, who wasn't 100% fit last time. And Ernest, wherever he is, can go into right back and move these two around, and there we go. Apart from that, the rest of the team are pretty good. Giuseppe's been coming back from injury, but we played him in the last game, we're playing in this game. But it's a very star-studded side that you expect to see. Please note that Roger Ver and Blesser haven't particularly got on with it. Minev is going to come in because his form's been a lot better. And look, it is what it is. It's a World Cup year. You would hope these boys would do a little bit better. I honestly think that this squad is on the cusp of becoming quite great, but whatever reason, we're not getting any performances out of our wingers apart from Manev. And a lot of our good season's been down to the fact that Alfredo Real's got 21 goals. Also, against Olympiacos, we did fully rotate and Castro scored 4 or 5. So, he's waiting in the wings if anything was to ever happen as well. Now, this Hoffenheim side is lining up in 4-4-2 there. That is the team there as well. Let's get straight into it because I need this game to go slightly quick so I can get ready for work. The second part of the game might be filmed a little bit later tonight. But we'll wait and we'll see as the heavy rain comes down here in SA. Anyway, the ball goes long, picked off by Ernest. Haas finds Blesser inside the Manuzzi, through to Minev. He scores 1-0, just like that. Nice, cool, calm, collected. Love seeing a winger score. Minev doesn't score many. He gets a lot of assists, but that is a nice finish from Minev. And, we lead 1-0 here. Look at the press. Ernest steps on his man, and, as calm as you like. Blesser, Manuz, could have shot. Instead, he plays in Minev, and, that is just easy, delightful, and a highlight from kickoff. You don't like to see that. Anyway, Diarra, can we maybe press and win it back? Who knows? We do squeeze. Force them out the other side. No long ball though, which is what we would have loved to see. Real nearly pitched it there as well. Manuzzi was in a good spot. And there we are. Haas wins. It was a great press. We never let him any room to really turn. The boy over the top to Real was fantastic. He was fouled. I think that's a pen, personally. It might be just outside the box, but if that's outside the box, I want a red card. Real got goal side and was 1-on-1. Referee having a look. Penalty given, so it won't be a red card. And we have Rui on the park who's got 13 penalty taking. And here comes Rui. And, through Navarro and in, and we lead 2-0 against a side that knocked us out of the DFB Pokal last year. So, we're very happy with that. That is as cool and calm as collected as you would like to see from Roy. Saying that the penalty wasn't the greatest. And there we go. Another chance here for Roy to go inside the Haas, and he finds Real. Manuzzi could have made a run, decided against the Iramoto's good on the ball, and he finds the Manuzzi run. Manuzzi fires over. Could have been 3-0 inside 13 minutes, 12 minutes here. But a very dominating start here from the Dortmund boys. Anyway, Santos goes inside. Ernest wins. Menev's in a great area. Real was with him. He ignores that. He goes for goal, and Navarro pulls off a fantastic save. Just shows that when we're on, we are on, and well, we're playing very, very well here against Hoffenheim. Saying that though, we were 2-0 up and flying against them in the DP Pokal last year, and these guys will remember they scored 2 goals in 5 minutes and we lost in extra time. So you know things could happen here. Navarro goes long. Abru should be able to win. It's actually Giuseppe who comes across. Iramoto now, Manuzzi. Plays it back to the Abru, Iramoto, Giuseppe, Menev. Iramoto turns out. Abru keeps. And that's a good ball to Giuseppe, who arguably was fouled, and the referee said no. Rory wins it. Haas with a great ball out wide. Blesser, poor touch, but we'll get back on it. And Haas beats a couple. Down the byline. Ernest can whip. Does Blesser. Goal. Blesser's scored in the league. Everyone get excited. I know it says 11th goal of the season, but they've all come in the Champions League or in the Cup. Basically, I think he's only scored 1 goal in the league halfway through the year. But Blesser's scored in the league. Everybody get excited. It's 3-0 in 17 minutes. Very well worked. Ernest in a great area. Choosing the cross not shoot. Menev mercifully didn't touch it or else he was offside. And well, if we score a 4th before the 35th minute, 40th minute, I will probably just sim through this game at a very rapid rate, so then it doesn't waste your time. We get straight into the cup game as well. And who knows, maybe we do get that out before we go to work, as we're leaving at about 40 to 45 minutes. 40 minutes played. It is 3-0. Time's ticked pretty easily. We've yet to give Hoffenheim a shot. Feels very similar to the DFB Pokal game last year, and then out of nowhere we just capitulated. Hopefully not the case here. Does look very likely that through the halfway point of the season, we are going to be taking top spot with us into the break. Real finds Haas, who gets pickpocketed by Diarra, and it's a ball there to Maria, and Santos is away. Arbery comes across, stands on his man, but he gets beat. Backstick ball, Maria heads over, and that was their first highlight, Hoffenheim, after 50 minutes of football, and that was their first shot as well. We build out from the back. Haas can turn. He's got space. He finds Manuzzi. Finds Blesser into Real. Great 1-2 between the two of them. And the Brazilian is away here. And, well, Gert goes flying in. I think he's won the ball, so this is going to be not a penalty. But because he's come from behind, FM like to give it. Was a great 1-2 nonetheless. Is it going to be a chance of 4-0? No, penalty not given, which, to be fair, is a good decision. It was a very good build-up play, though. Real not having his best game, though, up front. Giuseppe not 100% fit either. I'm going to make a couple of changes here. I'm going to give Castro some minutes in the league and Ciao in for Giuseppe. And those are the 2 changes here that we'll make as well. And just give Castro some time with the first string boys, because to be fair, I think if he played every minute in the league as well, basically he would get 20 goals already by this time of the season. They're both very good. Anyway, Santos in again. And that's missed. And like what Hoffenheim did to us in the Cup, they just turned it on for 5 minutes. They really should have scored had 2 chances, 2 attacks, 2 goals. Mercifully, they haven't. Time ticking away here. We are going to make a change as well. I am going to actually move us into the 4-3-3. And I'm going to try and hopefully just see this game out a little bit more. Verder winger on support on one side. Verder winger on the other side as well. Complete forward up there. Ciao's actually going to sit in as a wing back on support, which is fine there too. Iramoto's going to line up as a deeper line playmaker there on support. Actually, we're going to get him into Mazzala. We're going to get Manuzzi in as an advanced playmaker on support on this side here, and Haas is going to come out for Tyrone. I'm also going to go and give... Manuzzi's pretty dead, so I'm going to give... I'll give Xavi Simmons a game so he doesn't complain too much as well. That's what we're going to do. And the main reason behind switching to 4-3-3 is just to say, look, they've started to come back into it. Maybe we should have done it in the Cup last year, even though it was 2-0 and there was, like this game, there was no sign of Hoffenheim coming back. But look, just go 4-3, see it out, and calm it down. And with that being said, there's not a highlight for the rest of the game. We keep the ball, we win 3-0, it's dominating, it's superb, it's another clean sheet, and well, that's what we love to see, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here in the league. It's another good win for us. Bayern have not played yet. It would be nice to see if Bayern win or lose, so we're going to stay live for the next day. I would imagine they're playing on the Sunday. Send the assistant off to that. Even though I like doing them. Bayern played actually at the night time and they won. So we have a look at the league table here. We are 13 wins, same with Bayern. They've had the 1 draw and 3 losses, including a loss to us. We've had the 2 draws and 2 losses. 54 goals, 4 plays 36, 10 plays 15. So we've been way more aggressive in attacking. We've conceded only 5 more goals. Our goal difference is superior to Bayern's, and we're a point clear, which is great. I do believe it is goal difference before it's goal difference, goals scored, and then results against teams if still tied after that, which is the way it should be. So yeah, kind of acting that goal difference as an extra point in the bag. But look, the halfway point through the year, we have got ourselves 1 point clear. And next time we see each other, it will be for the Nuremberg game in a second. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, YouTube. DFB Pokal, 3rd round, Nuremberg. Here we go with a chance to really make it to the 4th round and beyond here. Since we last met, we obviously played them in the league. And that was obviously after we won in the last game there against Hoffenheim. We beat them 4-1. But a few things have changed since then. Firstly, I haven't mentioned the Champions League, or I don't remember mentioning it. After 6 games played, we won 5, which beats Olympiacos, Nantes, Monaco, Molde, and Benfica with a 1 loss when we rotated against AC Milan. I do have a difficult end, which is Inter and Real Madrid, but we should have enough points to finish inside the top 24 to make it to the knockout stage, which is all that matters. Secondly, I have made a sale as well, and a player that we have complained about as well, and that is Augustin Roberto. Now, the game bought him before I became manager for 94 mil, played him 10 times in that year, then 18 the year after I used him, mainly off the bench. Nowhere near good enough. I got 40 mil up front for Hertha Berlin. See you later, off you go. You might be thinking, Damon, you've got a lot of money here. Who's the player you're bringing in? It's actually someone that was already at the football club, and his name is Song Hyong-ji. Hyong? I'm just going to call him Song. Song's fantastic, absolute wonder kid. I think he's just too old to win next gen, but he could become pretty close. 15 caps for South Korea, one of South Korea's younger players in their squad as well. Since being with us, I loaned him to Preston, where he played 35 games, 34 starts in the championship, at basically a 7, a 6.99. So nothing to be too shabby about. Preston 16th in the championship, and if you have a look last year, finished 5th and was in their promotion year as well. So good on Song for making a difference. But I loaned him out the mates, and very similar to Adam, who's on my bench. Adam was a regular for Hoffenheim, part of a team that won the DP Pokal last year. Song was one of Mainz's better players. 10 starts, 4 off the bench, 7.08, and 3 goals, 3 assists. Now, he was playing central midfield for him, if you have a look there, for Mainz. Mainly as a Mazzala, occasionally played on the right as an inside forward. I would use him out here as an inverted winger on attack. Personally, I just think he fits the bill. He is right-footed with an okay left foot, but sometimes those inverted wingers, with still being on the right, right foot, right side, they whip a few more extra crosses in, which I don't mind because we've got a couple of boys in the box who are either Castro or Real that are very good in the air. So I just wanted to highlight him, saying you might see him off the bench today. He's got great dribbling, great first touch, pretty well-rounded physicals, pretty well-rounded mentals. This is the sort of guy that I'll be looking to give game time here, and then when I eventually move to Spain, is someone I would look at and go, yeah, you come to Spain to start, and maybe we'll train him to play on the left as well. Without further ado though, these boys have had a bit more extra time off. I did fully rotate the Nuremberg game, which we won 4-1 there as well, which is great. I've also given Castro a new big deal, which is about to be accepted by him, hopefully. Finally as well, I have got our backup keeper here, Edmilson, in. He straight away has got wanted interest from a Brazilian club. That's what he looks like at 18, 5'9", pretty small, but I honestly believe if we don't win the World Cup this year with Brazil, as long as we're still allowed to be in charge in 4 years' time, which maybe it will show me if I can have a look what they expect me to do in terms of competitions. Minimum expectation to reach the semi-final. Okay, so
I will keep my job if we reach the semi-final of the World Cup, which means we'll get one more crack at the World Cup with Brazil, which is what I really want, because there's a lot of youngsters coming through. Edmilson's one of them. I honestly believe he will overtake Lito by the time the next World Cup comes around, even though he's going to be a bit on the smaller side. There's a lot of interest in a lot of our players as well, so it'll be a bit of a fun window. Links down below to come follow us live on Twitch. If you have enjoyed this episode, give it a like, do subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is a full-strength side against Nuremberg. We just beat them in the league. Surely we're about to beat them here in the cup as well. Someone wants the number 14. I can't really give it to him. I'll give him the number 13. There we go. Look, last time we did one of these episodes, we played the team in the DFB Pokal last year in the league. We pumped them. We actually ended up losing in the cup game. So, and that was against Hoffenheim, who are probably a little bit better of a side than what this Nuremberg side is. But they are in 8th, and that's the team that we lost to last year in this round of the competition. Hence why today's a double episode in terms of 2 games. Anyway, Manevi's having a pretty good year. Finds Manuzzi here, first 5 minutes. If it does turn out to be a pumping, then it is what it is. And in the end, Marino makes a great save onto the post to deny Manev, which would have been an early goal. Highlights still going. Hopefully this one is just an easy enough game that we can deal with. Anyway, Haas, Hiramoto, great ball looking for Real, who scored plenty of goals this season. And well, that one's through the keeper and in. We're 1-0 up. After a great save from Marino, he's let one through his body there, and Real is the beneficiary, and we lead 1-0. I'm hoping that this is the year I'm hoping this is the year we do the double. I do really think this is the year we can win the league. The cup's a lottery depending on when we get Bayern, and if we ever get Bayern, last year would have been the year to win it. But honestly, we need to get through this round. We need to make it to a minimum of a semi-final, I feel, unless we draw Bayern at an earlier stage, and then just worry about the semi-final when we get there, if that's how it is. What a ball from Iramoto. Giuseppe should score and does. Iramoto, what a ball. I'm telling you, he is a fantastic footballer, this Norwegian Japaneser. He is fantastic. I absolutely love him. I adore him. He's white Robin Tisney for me, and one of those guys that we just brought through. First time, perfectly weighted, and Giuseppe, any opportunity that he gets to shoot, he does, because he is basically a winger out there, and well, that's a finish, and we lead 2-0. Berovka finds Contreras, who finds Berovka, and he goes long, and that's going to be Lito. Finds Iramoto, Haas now, and the boys are getting a pretty good run around out here as well, which is good to see. Ernest's ball in, cleared away, only as far as Iramoto. Real, surprised he dragged it wide. Should have probably been 3-0 and all she wrote. Seems to be quite one-way traffic here at the moment, but we fought that against Hoffenheim last year, and then all of a sudden we were knocked out. So interesting to see what goes on here. I think if we get it to 4-0 really quickly, which could happen today, then I'll quicken this game up for you boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, it's a ball over the top. Don't worry about that. Lito makes a good save. Stung his hands, but it was a save you expect the keeper to make. Hopefully we'll have a really good World Cup campaign with him in net for Brazil, because that's going to be a big part of this. And yeah, Contreras, Abreu, Efekeli, Giuseppe wins, and there we go, that's the highlight. 2-0, 22 minutes played. Manuzzi now with a chance to whip one in. Linden heads, just over the bar. Rosewell has the one to give and has been developing fantastically. And Ernest throws into Manuzzi. Back to Ernest. Turns out, Abreu, Iramoto, great ball. Manev, what a run, should have been a goal. Instead he just passed it straight to the keeper. Any sort of power, slightly left or right of him, and that's in the back of the net from point blank range. Still only 2-0. Manuzzi now, cleared away. And again, turns, goes all the way back now towards Haas. We can reset a little bit as he drives. And loses it, but wins it back with Ernest. Iramoto now, he gets squeezed. And here comes Cho. Maybe a chance with him on the break. Ernest does well and sweeps up. Abreu, Haas, Blesser, Ernest. Blesser made a secondary run, which was quite nice. And they link up again, these two. Ernest going on a run. He's probably going to go himself and does. And Marino makes a comfortable save to his right. Just going to put it out here. Feels a lot like the Hoffenheim game we got knocked out in last year. Absolutely storming, absolutely dominating. Stayed 2-0 for ages. And then out of nowhere, bang, bang, 2 goals lost in extra time. Hopefully not the case. I'm not going to be as cocky as I was in that game last year. And then it fell egg on our face. Anyway, Real's in here. He looked offside to me. In saying that though, game's got no issues with it. There's been no VAR or anything like that. Real scored. It's 3-0. He ran around the keeper nicely, and hopefully that should be all she wrote here without any sort of FM dramas. Great ball here from Giuseppe as well. Straight into the path. Well onside. Great touch. World class striker. Just making it easier for himself. Watch new. And we've got a few bookings out there, so I'm actually going to make the change of removing get stuck in off, so we don't get long term suspensions. 3-0. Very, very nice spot to be in here at half time. With that being said as well, Abra is on a yellow, so I'm going to get Roy in. And you know what? Linden also on a yellow, might get him off here, and I'll get Tyrone in because he can play centre back. We'll do those two changes there at 3-0. Saying that, if we concede right now, I'll be scared because we made two changes, but should be okay. Roy's pretty good at what he does. Probably going to make my Brazilian World Cup squad. Ernest drives, Real, Blesser, Manuzzi, should be a goal. Somehow let's hit the bar and come out. Shoulda, coulda, would have been 4-0. Unfortunately for us, it's not, and that has, right on the goal line. Unfortunate. But a pretty good game out here. We've played very, very well. With that being said, boys, I am going to make another change here. His name is going to be Song. He's going to come in for Blesser. Give him some minutes here in one of our shirts. I'm also going to give Ernest some rest and provide Carlos out there. And we're going to leave one change for late doors as well. Now, highlight, because I'm making changes, and if they score, I'm going to cry yet again that it's the typical good old, because I want to bring up that pop-up of do you want to make changes. Mercifully, that's the highlight. They're looking a little bit legless now, which is great for us, and this should now just be a game that is a bit of a tick away, but you never know as we give the ball away via Remoto. Radu goes on a run out to Ristic. Menev squeezes, forces the mistake. Giuseppe wins, and we should be able to build out. Tyrone back a line. He can play centre back even though he's a bit shorter. Manuzzi, Menev drives, turns on the afterburners. Off he goes, comes inside. Very nice movement from Menev. Haas, he knows how to hit him, and well, wasn't too far away with that one there. 60 minutes played. Looks like all she wrote. They're getting pretty tired out there, the opposition, so hopefully this is a game that's now just going to peter away. Iramoto gets crunched, falls back to Haas. Iramoto, Manuzzi, he knows how to hit him. He hits the bar. Somehow this has stayed at 3-0 instead of being 5 or 6. But we're not going to complain too much here as well. We're going to make our last change here with 15 to go. I am going to bring Xavi Simmons on. Manuzzi looking pretty dead. So does Haas, but Manuzzi is our star player, so we'll get him off. Anyway, Radu now. Ball in. Giuseppe with a diving header for no apparent reason. A goal for them would make things interesting. Instead, it's blocked and it falls to Xavi Simmons. Song with his first touch and a highlight here for us. And the South Korean goes on a run. And he beats a couple. Holds it up nicely. Carlos, Haas, Song, Simmons. It's an assist for Song on his debut. And he lays into the path for Xavi Simmons. It's finally 4-0. It is a pretty easy going episode, this one, and unlike a few frustrating ones and tight and tense ones against Bayern and etc., we've got an easy episode to report today because we've won 2 games comfortably and it's been great. Joe Carlos, Haas, Song laid it into Xavi Simmons' pass, and all he had to do was find the target, and he did. And well, lads, it's an easy win. The boys got a lot of legs, a lot of minutes under their legs as well, which is important. And it is a 4-0 win to move into the next round of the DFB Pokal. Next time we see each other for an episode, it's going to be Bayern lost. This is our chance. This is our moment. Bayern got beat in the 92nd minute by FC Cologne. We're going to go and investigate. That's that. This has been a very, 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 very good episode. Here we go. FC Cologne, who are 12th in the Bundesliga, just beat Bayern at home. And well, Bayern got absolutely FM'd. 22 shots, 10 on target. What was the goal line for Abraham? And look, this, I don't want to say this could be it, but unless we throw a game away like we did last year, this should be us winning the cup this season. Abraham picked the ball up from out wide, and he went on a screaming run, and that is a finish too. That's a goal worthy of winning a game of football. So there you go. Well, look, lads, Bayern beat. We're through to the next round. We've got a draw for the World Cup. We won the game in the league as well against Hoffenheim. We knocked us out last year. Everything has come to plan. And I'll see you guys next episode for what is probably going to be another game in the DFB Pokal coupled with a game in the league as we're looking to assault on both fronts. Bayern lost their last game in the league as well, did they? They lost 3-0 to Hoffenheim. This episode is getting better and better. We're 4 points clear in the league. I've just realised that as well. Not a bad time to be a Dortmund fan. I'll see you guys next year. Next episode, not next year. Thank you, and goodbye.